Hey guys, and what's up? And welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be going over a Harrowing Damacia deck. Alright guys, so I've been gone for a while. That last video I sent out was actually like a week old or something. Like four days old, I think. I just can't really remember, but I took a break from the game. I got really salty about it. Trying to climb to Diamond was a pain in the butt. And well, in the end, I just sort of quit and took a break. And now I'm back. We're going to be going full strength for a week or two, hopefully. That's the plan. We're going to be doing decks, especially with the new release of some cards from the new expansion. I'll be going over that in the next video. But for now, we're going to be going over a Harrowing Damacia deck. Alright guys, so the deck, its playstyle is actually really simple. You're trying to get out the combo, basically. So you have the Harrowing, right? And so the idea is you're using a combination of Cythria and possibly Frenzied Skitterers to make sure your opponent's creatures cannot block, and you use the Harrowing to kill them all in one turn. You can get pretty good chip damage in the early game. You have a very aggressive start with a Cursed Keeper into like by a Caretaker. Couple one-ofs. We definitely want to playing Force Seal in combat. It is very good interaction in this deck. Grizzled Ranger, Radiant Guardian, all the good stuff. We even have Remembrance, which is kind of dirty in this deck. Like, if you play that on the Blight Caretaker turn, oh, it's like, its cost is reduced by at least 3. And that's just insane value. This is originally Swim's deck. Swim has been playing it for a while, and it's his tier 1 deck right now. So we're going to be playing with it. It is very strong. Like, for climbing, I would definitely suggest this deck. This deck is my personal favorite for climbing, and it's got a lot of potential. It has a hard time losing because of the Wombo combo. I mean, actually, Sejuani's the biggest deck to worry about because of their big dudes out being able to make your attackers less valuable, and then when you play the Harrowing, it is harder to get through the fearsome damage. So this could be the Casino deck, the old version. So we're probably going to want single combat, actually. Well, TF can level up insanely fast. So single combat is going to be necessary, and that means we're playing on Remembrance, possibly. If he doesn't have TF, we want to make sure we leave open our options. Remembrance is a really powerful card. It also gives us a unit for single combat. We do want to worry about taking damage early in the game. Our opponent could easily have answers to whatever we do. And alright, so we're only taking 2 here. And we're going to play Remembrance. Kind of unfortunate that we got 2 Blight Caretakers and nothing to kill with them. Our starting hand really couldn't have helped Blight Caretakers either. I feel very good about this attack. I mean, only one dude can even damage it. And 1 damage, like... Thermo doesn't kill us here. Get Excited doesn't kill us here. I mean, Get Excited plus something doesn't kill us here. I mean, like, you'd have to have a Get Excited plus Mystic Shot, or just a plain out Thermal Beam, which is hard to put him on for sure. So we're going to play a Bark Beast, save up spell mana. Next turn, we'll probably play a Blight Caretaker, or we can Glimpse Beyond into a Radiant Guardian if we're worried about our life total. Radiant Guardian's going to be huge in this matchup. They're not quite a burn deck, but part about what makes the opponent's deck very strong is their ability to crank out a lot of value with a card like TF, drawing into more TFs. So he has played pick a card and now TF. So we are going to single combat this. Like I said, one of the biggest things to worry about is TF leveling up. He's definitely not leveling up Jinx next turn because of the fleeting cards. And now he has 3 generic cards in his hand. Or 4 generic cards. So it's going to be really hard for him to level up Jinx in this, at least for a few turns. Alright, jury rig. So maybe he has a Jinx in hand and that's why he's doing it? Now. I mean, like, obviously it's a good attacker, but it's probably a better blocker. I mean, I don't know. If he has a Jinx in hand, this makes this kind of hard. So we'll play a Bark Beast first.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
So we will have to sacrifice a Bark Beast. Kind of sad, but the value we get out of the Sapling's Gate Ring of Astute Academic is just too valuable. And we do have a Glimpse Beyond for interaction. We're going to be wanting to set up a Harrowing here. Oh, this is going to be difficult. I want to save this as a blocker so we can get Radiant Guard out in the same turn. We're going to be trying to punch in as much damage as we can here. He's going to probably just chump block both. Maybe just the one, I guess. Yep, so we're going to want to... Here, in this situation, we're going to want to punch out the biggest Harrowing we can. That's going to get the thing that's going to be the most valuable. And we're just going to be able to crush him, hopefully, if we get a Sithria. Sithria is going to be the biggest thing in this matchup. You know, he doesn't have a lot of 3-power dudes, and so Sithria is going to make sure we can get lethal, so we need to draw into that, which is why Glimpse is going to be super powerful here. I will take this to Glimpse this. It might seem weird if we have a Radiant Guardian next turn, but I'm not worried about dying yet. It's kind of weird that he Mystic Shot in my face. I sure if, you know, if I had been doing it, I would have done the creature. But, I mean, he did make our our Glimpse Beyond get less value, so maybe he was anticipating that. No idea. Double Keeper is kind of like lame.
Don't worry, I've read all about this.
I'm trying to think, if we open Harrowing, he can get one more. So he's gonna have 2 blockers. So I'm gonna want to get him down really low, take out some of his board next turn, so that way we can have a Harrowing turn that has enough damage to kill him. That is the hope. Like, that's how we're gonna win this game. That was the right block, actually. He could pump up the Astute Academic. So he has... Wow. Does Harrowing kill him next turn? He can play at most 1 blocker, which means he stops... Do I do this? That gets me a 4/3. That's more damage. What is it getting back at? It's getting back a 5/5. And everything else is kind of just small. We got back a 3. Will it be a 1/1 though? We're not Harrowing next turn. We're not going to Harrowing next turn because I don't think we have lethal with that. And that kind of, you know, messes with it, with our game plan. So we're going to level up Kalista here. That actually probably just means we win. He has a hard time. Wow. He only has 3 cards in hand. He's got to be able to play. Twisted Fate works. Now we can kill the TF. He's playing super... I mean, that was probably the strongest thing he could have had. But he's playing super defensively. Ah, there we go. He surrendered. We didn't even need the Harrowing, but the Harrowing would have won us the game there. I mean, like I said, this deck is super good at pumping out big early turns, big board swings, and then once our opponent thinks they've just won because we've run out of resources, boom, a Harrowing. Harrowing Sithria and we win the game. And with Frenzied Skitterer, it's not hard to make our opponents 3-power, 4-power dudes into just 2 or 1. Super amazing deck. I definitely think Swim has worked on this deck a lot and made the ratios all work very well. The deck is super, super good. It can be aggressive. It can totally stall out until you get a great Harrowing. I just think the deck is super flexible and great. And yeah, I would recommend it for your climbing up ladder. I'm definitely going to use it to try to get to diamond. I'm crossing my fingers I get there. It's been so stressful. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.